Therran Dennis, who is a diehard Green Bay Packers fan, probably one of the most diehards that I know. And welcome back. Of course, you're pretty much not only a friend to the show, but family to the show.
Well, thanks for having me, cuz.
So what made you be a fan of the Packers, and how long have you been a fan?
Well, thanks to you and Eddie. I didn't really know much about football, until y'all educated me, y'all enlightened me. And, well, at the time, Brett Favre, he was the man. I didn't really have a team. I didn't know anything, at all. Didn't know anything about the former Redskins team, now the Washington football team, and definitely know anything about the Niners. So I guess I kind of figured, well, this guy, he seems exciting to watch, Favre. He's the man. He's the GOAT. He broke my heart there for a little stretch, but he has since redeemed himself, at least in the eye of the cheesehead. You were already the Washington football team fan, and Eddie was following the Niners, and I was like, well, why not the Packers? Why not this team? You're young, you don't know anything, and growing up in Newark, Maryland, you feel years away from the nearest metropolis or big city. So yeah, that's how it happened, and I just pretty much stuck with them ever since. And I guess I was 9, 10. There's really no logical. I guess I don't think that's the most logical thing, but fanhood is anything but.
What was your most memorable Packers moment?
4th and 26. I don't know why. Damn it, still stinks. Well, that definitely comes to mind. Brandon Bostic. From the NFC Championship, I guess, 5 or 6 seasons ago now. And then, of course, beating the Steelers winning that championship. I guess, it was 10 years ago, right? It was 10 seasons ago. That was pretty cool. And outside of success of, in the season, you can forget the Hail Marys. I think Aaron has, a total of 3 of them now? No, he has more than that. He's got 5 or 6 of them. I don't know. I lost count, but, who can forget those,
Expectations coming into the season. I know you talked about year 2 of Rodgers and LaFleur. What do you feel like they could have improved on?
I think just the rhythm of the game offensively. I think Aaron, he's still learning LaFleur's system. Because, we're only year 2. But I feel like LaFleur, he has more in store as far as his playbook is concerned. But it's taken a little while and I feel like he's at least exceeded my expectations this year for Rodgers to learn LaFleur's system, and then for LaFleur to really gauge how great Aaron is and to know what buttons to push and when to back away, let number 12 do his thing. I was expecting that, and it's been good to see that improvement. And it was kind of cool to sort of redeem ourselves, albeit it's a different Niners team this season. Because they still have Salah as their D coordinator. So that's still the same defense that terrorized us in the NFC Championship earlier in the year. And it was kind of cool to see us overcome that. And that just showed me that whatever happened in the past is in the past, man, and they're at a point now where they can get over these bumps in the road and just keep it moving. It's been pretty cool to see.
Was there a point in the season you felt the team was going to just cruise to the playoffs?
Yeah, before the bye. Before that stinker in Tampa Bay. But yeah, prior to that, we're rolling. At least we've been spoiled in the Rodgers era. Just assume that we're going to win the NFC North every season, as long as he's at the helm. So I was already expecting us to get into playoffs by that. But yeah, before the bye, I could tell that at the very least, we would seed if we didn't win the North.
Was there a point you were worried they weren't going to make the playoffs? I know Chicago got off to a hot start as well. Did that play any caution into Green Bay's playoff chances in your mind?
No, because they're Chicago. They're the Bears. I'm just thinking about them benching Trubisky at 3-0. They were kind of coming into the season unsure about at least their prospects as far as having their franchise quarterback. There's some uncertainty there. So I didn't think their early on success was legit in a way. And honestly, because most of we cheeseheads assume that we're going to win the NFC North every season, I don't really pay too much attention to the other teams.
Who do you feel like you match up the best with in the NFC playoffs?
Well, the Saints.
With or without Breeze?
Doesn't matter. So, any team that's not of the physical ilk. Like, I don't think we match up with the Vikings. Even though I just finished bragging about us winning the NFC North easily. The Vikings, they rough us up pretty good. The Bucks.
Would the NFC East winner give you guys problems?
No, I don't think so. Do you think so?
I don't know. The Giants do run, and they do a lot of running. That could be a team, even without Saquon Barkley, they are still running the ball a lot.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, I haven't been paying too much attention to them either. But I'm going to take your word for that. Perhaps, but I don't think they can stop Aaron defensively, though. I don't think they're going to stop your boy, number 12. But I don't know. I mean, you know them a little more than I. This season, I have mainly watched just the Pack and whomever we're hosting or playing against.
Looking at this season as being a little bit unique because of just how things are a little different. Not a lot of training camp, not a chance to see people there.
There was no training camp, right?
Yeah, training camps, but no preseason.
Yeah.
To you, was there any optimism heading into the season, looking forward to watching the season? Did you think there was going to be a stop and play like baseball had a little bit with the whole Marlins debacle and even with what happened with the Titans?
Man, I'm not going to lie, man. It's all still like just wild and weird and kind of surreal to me. Only because I knew they were going to shut things down was I looking forward to watching because the guys are going to be out there. Either way, whether you care to pay attention or not. And of course, once the games are rolling, it's hard to not watch. I'm kind of surprised at how, as the season, is picked up. I mean, we're only 3 games away from the playoffs. I mean, I guess it sort of felt in stride with previous seasons, and I mean, definitely not with the whole year of sports. I mean, it's still weird, but it's, I guess, in a way, comforting to know that someone was able to keep it moving with hardly a hitch. And like I said, who's not going to watch? And so I haven't been like I normally am, reading every article every day, watching every video. I just haven't been privy to the league like that this year because, I mean, obviously it's considering, what's going on collectively and around the world. It's been a little tough to really buy into, the fervor, oh, hell yeah, go Pack. I mean, I was still with him so about it, but it's been interesting. But, man, I mean, we've had some good games this year. I really thought that game was over. I think what happened was I watched the first half, and I actually dozed off, going into the third. And then I was like, all right, well, this one's over. And then, yeah, the Twitterverse is just, blowing up, oh, game of the year, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, Browns-Ravens, just for anybody clarifying.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's cool that we've sort of come back around to that. And I guess overall it's been a healthy distraction.
What is your Super Bowl prediction? I know it's very early, but who do you see coming out of the AFC and who do you see coming out of the NFC? And what's the final score?
Well, I'm going to go with the Adidas Sponsorship Bowl. It's going to be Pat Mahomes and crew against, my main man, Packer Nation. There would be no defense in that game. I'm pretty sure. I could see a score easily being something akin to the wild card game back in 2009. It was when we played the Cardinals. I forget the exact score. It was 51-46 or something like that. Something crazy. I could see a score like that in the Super Bowl. If I were to give you a score now, maybe it won't be that high. Maybe there'll be a little defense because it's a Super Bowl, so you expect some defense to be there. But someone to make a stop here and there. So we'll say 40-32. And MVP is going to be your boy, number 12. And he's going to have his second championship, second Super Bowl MVP, second regular season MVP. No, third regular season MVP, rather. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go down.
Where can people go to find you and reach out to you, especially once this episode airs or even this excerpt of the episode airs?
Well, I haven't been that active on social media lately. However, you can find me on Instagram or IG, what people call it nowadays. I think I am at Sparky_McGriddlecakes. Sparky_McGriddlecakes. I don't know why that makes me laugh. And on Twitter, I am at Lugotz. I think it's Therran at Lugotz. I don't know. I think that's funny. I don't know.
Sparky McGriddlecakes. How did you come up with that? There has to be a reason. For a lot of you guys who don't know, when you hear his voicemail, it'll be him singing Sparky McGriddlecakes. It is still, right? It's not hello, goodbye, good morning, good night, right?
Sparky McGriddlecakes. Sorry, that's a jingle. That's got to be for something. Evan Elliott. Well, yeah, you know Evan.
I don't think I worked with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my man Evan.
So it just came up naturally. There was no...
Oh, well, I guess it has something to do with, I don't know, being hyper. I don't know, the ADHD thing. I don't know, man. I exude the aura of one who goes by Sparky. I think Sparky is short for Sparkmund.
So it had to be Irish McGriddlecakes?
Yeah, that works.